Headed to a card show. First one in 6 months. First, breakfast. Hey guys. Went to a card show over the weekend. Local card show, 1-day show here. Wasn't able to spend as much time as I would really wanted to. I got there a little bit later than I wanted to and had somewhere else to go, so it was only there for about an hour before I had to get out of there. But was able to pick up a few things and get some, look at some cool stuff. But yeah, overall impression, everything was pretty much either high end of comps or over comps. So nothing hugely, no huge great deals on stuff, but was happy to get out to a show. Hadn't been to one in quite a while. The footage is not the best. Always hard to film with the iPhone while you're kind of walking around and going through boxes and things like that. And then also looking up comps and things like that on your phone too. So anyway, did the best I could. Let me know what you think. We got some pickups at the end of the video as well. All right, so we have our pickups from the show. Didn't pick up very much at all, just a few dollar box finds, things like that. Some really value plays, and just kind of some pseudo PC type stuff and things that I kind of wanted to get. Didn't go into the show with a strategic kind of several cards that I was looking for. That's not true. I had several cards that I was looking for, but they are all relatively rare cards. So some short prints and things like that. A couple of downtowns that I was looking for, one of which came across, so I'll talk about that. Our last card in the spotlight was the 2018 Drew Brees downtown out of Optic. So was kind of interested in picking up one of those if I could get it for a decent price. I did come across a 2020 downtown Drew Brees, which I don't like as much as the 2018. So the 2018 is the one with him in the black jersey straddling the Pontchartrain. Go look at the deal, my last card in the spotlight, and it goes over everything. But it's the one with all this crazy, almost kind of laser background, and it's the 2018. It has the Mardi Gras mask, beads, and things going on, buildings in the background, whatever. Anyway, the 2020 has the steamboat on the river, so that one's pretty cool too. So I like that one better than 2021. So as you know, if you watch that card in the spotlight, I'll try to post that there. But if you watch that card in the spotlight, you know there's only 3 Drew Brees downtowns. They started him in 2018. He was in that set. 2019, he was not in the checklist. 2020 is the steamboat. 2021, Optic hasn't come out yet, but the Don Russ has, and I don't really love it. It's French Quarter. It's got buildings on both sides, but it's got like a weird archway, and just not my favorite. So would have been interested in the steamboat for the right price, but he just wanted over comps for it. I think those are going for around the 180 to 200 range, right around the 200, a little bit below, a little bit above. He had his price at 225, I think that's what he was asking for it. And so I probably could have gotten him down to 200, I'm sure, or even 180, but I'm not interested in that card unless I can get it like in the 150 range. And I know that's super like low ball and below comps, but if I'm at a show, I'm not really interested in paying eBay, so I'd expect at least 10-15% off of whatever the last comp was at 180-ish or whatever like that. So it was just kind of, I knew I wasn't even going to sit there and argue with him. When he told me 225, I knew we were just too far apart that I was going to bridge that gap, and thought about throwing out some stuff for trade because I did bring some slabs, but again, I was just kind of in a hurry. I only spent about an hour at the card show because I had some other places to go. Definitely wanted to go there, but just unfortunately couldn't spend as much time as I wanted to, and I wasn't able to really make a deal on that one. I had some other cards that I was looking for, but just cards I figured weren't going to be there, but I was keeping my eye out. Hopefully I saw them. I did. So I did find some finds that I liked. We'll go over those now. So this is my stack of pickups again. Not very much, and not a huge, ton of value here as far as getting steals on these. So this is the first 4 cards, I believe, are all from the same dealer, and all out of value dollar box type deals here. So this is the big head variation of the Jam Masters out of Mosaic, the insert set. He had $5 on it. I paid the $5. Probably could have pushed him down a little bit, but I thought it was okay. Not a great deal. These are going anywhere from the $3, even $2 to $5 range. So I think I paid towards the higher end of comps on this, but it was $5, and I was throwing it in with some others. I'm not necessarily looking to quick flip this. This is, if LeBron turns it around, the Lakers turn it around, make a run in the postseason. It's not looking good for that, but you never know. So I picked that up. I just like those big head variations there. I think they're short prints, but I don't know enough about it probably. Just thought it was a cool card to throw in the collection. Next up, Dennis Rodman. So he had a box of Jordans next to his value plays, and they were all priced as marked. They had a Fleer Metal Jordan that he had priced at the top end of comps-ish, and I liked it, but I wasn't interested in paying really anywhere near comps. I was interested kind of in making it, getting that for a deal if I could. And like I said, I don't think this guy was over comps or too terrible, but just not something I was necessarily willing to pay higher end comps for. I think I'd seen one Jordan go for like a couple of dollars cheaper than he had. Again, I'm sure he would have matched it, but I just didn't want to sit there and haggle with him on those. Put the Jordan back and found this in the dollar box, which was next to the Jordan box, and figured for $1. It's just a cool card. These Fleer Metals didn't have any, so picked this one up, and you can see that kind of foil to it. Just a cool card. This one's really clean. Dennis Rodman. Not a huge Dennis Rodman fan. I'll probably look to get rid of this one in the put it back in the top loader here. I'll get rid of this one here in the short term, hopefully. Although I think they're going for about $1. I don't think I made very good of a deal on this one. Like I said, I think I paid $1 for it. I think they go for like $1.02 if you're lucky on eBay. So that's probably a break even at best, but again, not the hugest. So this is the card that actually started it all at the particular dealer. Picked up this one, saw it was really cool. I'm a big Emmitt Smith fan. I think he was a great player and just undervalued in general in the hobby. It is a Fleer Metal out of 1997, and this one I actually got a pretty good deal on. So again, $1, and this one goes anywhere from I think $5 to $10. I think maybe 1 or 2 sold below $5. But I also saw one sell recently in the last week for like $6.50. And so if I can get anywhere $5-6 for this one, this whole deal would be probably a win. If not, I'm cool with just holding on to this one. It's a really cool card, really cool art design. He's got the backpack on with the rocket. Just a really cool Metal Universe card for the rushing leader in the NFL. Last at this dealer table, so I came across a Juan Soto stained glass Prism card. It was not the red, white, and blue variation. I looked it up on comps, and I think this was at another dealer previous to me going to this table. And the guy, I think he had it maybe in the $3 box or the $5 box. I don't remember exactly. Must have been the $3 box. And it was the, like I said, the base stained glass out of Prism for Soto. And comps were right around there, so it wasn't a crazy deal. I put it back. Came across this one in the dollar box at this particular dealer and snagged it. I figured if the base was doing 3, the red, white, and blue had to do at least 3. So in the dollar box, it was definitely a good deal. I think it's better than that. I think it's probably in the $10 range. Comps are all over the place. Again, anywhere from, I think there was a couple that sold in the 3 to 5 range. And then I think there was a couple that sold $10, $12. I'll have to look at those again. But I didn't look at comps when I first purchased this. I didn't do that until I got back home and realized, yeah, I was right on that one. That you know, as wrong as I was on the Rodman and the Lebron, I was definitely right on this one. I think that was a good purchase. This one and Smith may save this entire deal. So I paid $8 for these 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think that those are going to turn out to be pretty good, hopefully. And like I said, even if they don't, it's $8. You know, we're not talking about huge sunk cost here. Speaking of huge sunk cost, though, this guy, I walked up to the table and he threw out immediately when I got there, hey, everything's half price off of whatever's marked. So immediately I was like, okay, well, I might throw a few to the side. I threw a handful to the side, ended up putting some back. I think he was just overpriced, and then when you factored in the half off, he was about around the comps. Yeah, I think he was mostly double on all his value card boxes, and when you took the half off, it was about right. I think that's the case here. Even when you took the half off, I think he's probably in the ballpark. So I think this is like a $1-2 card. I got it for $2. But really, I was looking at it not for a sale tomorrow. I was looking at this as, you know, Deandre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the game, had the injury that ended his year last year a little bit too early, unfortunately. So hoping that he can bounce back, get some good pub this offseason. I know the Cardinals are going through some major bad issues right now, but things can get turned around pretty quickly there if Murray signs a big extension or something like that, or everybody agrees to kumbaya, get along in Arizona. But that team is really stacked if they can get everybody back on the same page, back in Arizona in Cardinal uniforms. You know, they have a great defense, or had a great defense, and I think they could be a good force to be reckoned with for 2022. And figured a rookie card of Deandre Hopkins, not the worst thing to have in the collection. Yeah, like I said, it's just I have to check out that exclusive video. Feel free to take a shot of that, see what the exclusive video is. I haven't done that yet. I wonder if it's even still active. But yeah, so I paid $2 for that. Not the greatest buy, but I thought it was pretty cool. Next up, same table. This one, Dustin Fourier. So not huge in the UFC, but Dustin Poirier is from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Like the kid. I don't know a ton about UFC and Dustin, so I wasn't following it specifically. But I thought, you know, I haven't heard his name recently too much. He's probably going to come around for a fight at some point in the near future, and hopefully that's the case. And if so, I'll have his card. It's a silver select Dustin Poirier UFC, so figured it couldn't hurt to have this premier level. When I got home, so again, it was half off that, so it was a $2 card. Got home, looked it up. They're actually going for pretty good prices, so I think that was a really good buy at $2. I think there's been some sales around the $2 mark. There's also been some sales up in the $10 range, I believe. And also, so apparently they've been going back and forth on whether he's going to actually have a fight with Tito Ortiz. Interestingly enough, in my Beckett mail day that I had a while back, I'll post that. Hopefully I'll try to post that here where I picked up that card. It was a silver, older UFC card. I think it was out of Topps, and it was a silver out of 188. So numbered card there. I think I've got it on eBay for sale for right now on $6-7. I think I paid like $1.50, $2 for it. So I paid $2 for this one as well. You know, if they end up fighting, which apparently they've been back and forth, and he's supposed to be training. He made the comment earlier this month that he thinks that there will be a fight, and it'll probably be this summer. And if that's the case, you know, I'll have silver cards of both of them going into the fight. Hopefully I can sell one or both leading up to the fight. Or if not, I'll have both of them, and whoever wins, I'll have that a decent card of that fighter. And so yeah, hopefully that fight comes to fruition. And these cards had a little run up going up to the fight. And you know, maybe we can capitalize on that. Even if they don't, I think this is a good buy at $2. I think you're easily doubling, maybe tripling your money and moving along. Or we can wait on the fight. We'll probably wait a little while just to see. Last but not least, this was the final table I stopped at. Running out of time, so I knew I had to get out of there, and this was probably going to be my last purchase. So stopped here. This is one I just threw in the deal. You know, certainly not a huge deal here, but Optic. I like these little splash inserts for Curry. He's a Splash brother. I like Curry anyway, so I had to pick that one up. We'll switch these in order here. Picked these two up. He had several UFC. He had several F1 cards at the table. Some in $1, $3, $5, I think, little boxes. And these two, obviously the former Haas driver, Magnussen, liked him on the Drive to Survive Netflix series, but you know, he's obviously always been stuck for F1 in the Haas car, which admittedly has been kind of near the bottom of the standings every year. And he even came out and said, I think he's driving IndyCar right now, and they asked if he would be considering a return to F1, and he made the comment basically no, unless it was for a top contender. He's no longer interested in returning to F1 for a middle of the pack team. I don't know that a top tier team would be interested in picking him up, but you never know. Super speculation play on these two cards. I thought one might be a variation, but I don't think so. I think they're both in the series, number 18 and number 191. They're both silvers, and got these for $3 a piece. I possibly overpaid for them, but I think that's about what they're going for on eBay, so about right on comps. Not sure if we can end up selling them. He's been doing well in IndyCar, and if he ever comes back to F1, I think these would have a great return. Yeah, so picked those up, and picked up this one too, also for $3. So Lewis Hamilton. If I'm buying F1 cards, I'm always going to be interested in some Lewis Hamilton, the GOAT of F1. Not a refractor, just the base and just the horizontal. But hey, it's a 2020 Topps Chrome Lewis Hamilton. I'll take that for sure for $3. Season's starting up here in about 3 weeks, and I have, in my opinion, the best racer in the field. Yeah, so those are my first 3 ever F1 cards. I think that's really cool. Got my eye on some on eBay right now, some actually better, higher end F1 cards. Hopefully we can pick those up. If not, that's okay too. I'm happy with these, and yeah, so that's it. That's the pickups. So I paid $3 for each of those, plus $1 for the Curry. That was $10 there. And I paid $8 for these. That was the $5 and the $3 cards. And then I paid $4 total for these two. So I think that puts me at $22. If 18, yeah, $22 total spent at the card show. Not exactly what I was looking to do. I was hoping to spend a little bit more, but I just kind of ran out of time. I really found that there was a lot of priced stuff at the card show, unfortunately, from what I could tell. I know there was one table that had a bunch of graded slabs, and then and one of the slabs, only one was an HGA. I have plenty of HGA slabs and was happy to pick that one up. It was a 9.0, which I'm not the biggest fan of HGA 9s, but it was a green Trae Young. Green is certainly not the most popular Prism variation color, so looking at the green parallel, it's going to bring a little bit less, regardless of numbering and anything like that. But wanted to pick one up. I like Trae Young. I think he's undervalued, especially right now. So was interested in it and figured as an HGA 9, it's the only HGA card he has. Maybe he's in it really low because he took it on trade or something. Figured I'd see what he had in it. The raw green Trae Youngs, I think we're going anywhere between $60 and $80, $85. So I was like, hey, if I could get it for even close to those prices, maybe I could get it for around, $70, something like that, $60, $70. And then I've got a graded one for the price of raw, which is about what HGA 9s go for. And then I saw some HGA Trae Young slabs. I was trying to figure out. I said, well, let me just see what kind of ballpark he's in. I said, how much for that one? He threw out a 125, I think is what he had. And there again, kind of like the Drew Brees downtown card that I was looking at, he was just so far off that, I couldn't very well come in. I guess I could have, but I'd have had to come in and say, I'm looking to pay half of that. So, would you literally come in half that? So, I'd be willing to pay 60, maybe 65. 70 is my top dollar. So, I think we were just too far apart. It's not worth me wasting his time or my time at that point. I don't think that one's probably going to sell for him, especially not at that price. You might get somebody that comes along and will pay $100 or $90 or something like that. But, so that was, that one and the Drew Brees. And there was a couple others that were just like that. That's just, they had the, some of them had stickers marking the prices. And where that was the case, they were just all, if they were at comps, they were high end of the comps. And most of them were over comps. And now, again, limited in time. I didn't have time to sit there and haggle with every single person trying to get good deals on singles, and wasn't able to go through every single dealer's dollar boxes either, which is what I was hoping to do, is go find one dealer, just stack up on dollar buys, and come home with a chunk of cards. Didn't happen, and I was hoping potentially to find a nice Marvel card. Had my eyes out for some of those and really didn't see a ton. Saw one raw cheap Wolverine, which I kind of sparked my interest in one of the value boxes. I think it was like $3, and I don't remember what it was exactly. I think it was a 1995 Fleer. I'd have to look it up again and find out for sure what it was, but it was a cool looking card, but the edges were a little worn, one bad corner, and I just, I couldn't very well grade it, I was thinking. And so I was looking for something slabbed already anyway, or if it wasn't slabbed, if it was raw, it would be super high end, like a colored vibranium or a precious metal gem or something that I could go grade. Anyway, it didn't happen. Unfortunately, we'll be stuck to either back at Marketplace or eBay or Facebook or something like that. Plus, I've got a couple of grading returns coming in soon, one from PSA and one from SGC that should be coming in, hopefully. PSA's been out for over a year. SGC was sent last week, was checked in, so hopefully those will be coming back soon. I'm wondering which one's going to come back first. Probably the SGC, if I had to guess. I've been waiting this long for the PSA. But apparently it's getting ready to ship back from PSA to the sub. And we should be getting it back here again, hopefully in a month. We'll see. That one will be interesting when we reveal the cards that we have there. Stay tuned for those and much more content. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below.
all that YouTube stuff. Thank you for checking out the video. Thank you for staying with me. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time. Peace.